The Legend of Zelda fandom is large and diverse. It contains a lot of different people who are good at a lot of different things. And the cool thing about the Legend of Zelda fandom is that we love expressing our fandom. In this video, I would like to highlight 5 examples of people expressing their love for Legend of Zelda in different ways that I don't think have enough attention. Some of these projects are bigger than I am and you've probably already heard of. Others definitely don't have as many views as they deserve. And if I can get at least one of you to check out one of these projects, then it was worth the time to make this video. So without further ado, let's get to it. Reclaim the Wild. Anybody following the channel for a while, or who knows me as a person even a little bit, knows that I love RPGs, of both the video game and tabletop variety. I am currently dungeon mastering 2 Dungeons & Dragons games and playing in a 3rd, and I've always been fond of role-playing in the Zelda universe. I used to belong to multiple Legend of Zelda roleplay boards back when Envision Free was still a thing. Who knows, if you look hard enough, maybe you can find some remnants of old characters of mine on the ZRPG forums. So it goes without saying that I've always been interested in a Zelda pen and paper game. Truthfully, for a while I had thought of maybe trying to come up with something myself, because what was out there just didn't really do anything for me. But then I found Reclaim the Wild, and let me tell you, I'm in love. Reclaim the Wild is a Legend of Zelda tabletop role-playing game based on, but not limited to, the Breath of the Wild setting, and is a total passion project, which is easy to see. The folks at the Reclaim the Wild team obviously have a deep love for both Zelda and tabletop role-playing. The PDFs are not just rules documents, but are instead stylized after actual role-playing sourcebooks. If you were to print these rules off and bind them, it wouldn't seem out of place among your other RPG books. They aren't perfect, but I have seen professionally done RPG core books by actual companies that pale in comparison to this product made by fans. It really is a pleasure to read. And the rules contained within are a pleasure as well. The game runs off a D6 system, which initially caused me doubt. I like a game with a wide assortment of dice, but the system uses the D6 to its full potential, and the result is a game system that's absolutely perfect for beginners, but has enough crunch to satisfy veterans. The Zelda-isms run through the bones of the system, with your secondary stats such as strength and health being determined by 3 primary stats, which of course are power, wisdom, and courage. Experience systems and traditional levels are done away with entirely, replaced with a medal system. Don't be skeptical though, this medal system allows for deeply customizable characters and is very well thought out, a refreshing change of pace from the standard D&D level up. Truly, I cannot recommend this enough. The core book, a monster manual, and a supplement book with further rules and character options have been released. The developers have put special effort into making the system easy to homebrew, and it's a delight to jump in. I am actually pondering doing something with the system here on the channel. You can find Reclaim the Wild over on their website, which can be found in the description. Dog percentage. Now we're going to hop from the tabletop RPG scene to the completely unrelated speedrunning scene. Speedrunning culture has always been fascinating to me and something I try to follow the best I can. It's always had a lot of crossover with Legend of Zelda. In fact, new developments and Ocarina of Time speedrunning tends to be some of the only speedrunning techniques that get mainstream articles written about them. Naturally, as the newest game, Breath of the Wild has a pretty lively speedrunning scene, with the any percent score being narrowed down to a mere 27 minutes. Equally as interesting to me, however, is the seemingly thriving extension categories, which provide interesting alternative goals such as die or go home and die. The category that immediately caught my attention, however, is Dog Treasure, or Dog Percentage. Essentially, across Hyrule, 15 wonderful friendly doggos can be found in various towns and stables across Hyrule. When one of these good boys are found, they can be fed fruit and meat to make them like you. After liking you enough, the sweet doggy will lead you to buried treasure. The dog percentage is essentially the process of finding all 15 treasures, after feeding the dogs of course. It is more involved than you think, as Terrytown must be partially developed in order to complete the run. Speedrun.com lists 3 completed runs, first place being Recu with a time of 2 hours, 18 minutes, 46 seconds, 257 milliseconds. Second place being Pretends to Know with a time of 2 hours, 39 minutes, 58 seconds, 557 milliseconds. And third being Point Crow with a time of 3 hours, 33 minutes, and 19 seconds. Recu and Point Crow have both given permission for me to use footage for this video, so I'd like to present a little highlight reel showcasing how great and wholesome Dog Percentage can be. If you want to see the record get set, go check out Recu's run on speedrun.com. And if you want a good recap of a Dog Percent run, Point Crow has a great, very entertaining video on his YouTube channel, cutting his over 3-hour run down to 20 minutes. Go give them some love, help shine a spotlight on this adorable category, and I present to you some wonderful speedrunners interacting with wonderful doggos.
I mean, What's worse? Streaming in your car and reading chat or texting?
Oh, okay. That was spooky.
Yes, there we go. Awesome. Look at that. Woo! First BIL and we got it. Oh my god, look at that.
So as soon as the dog starts its little trotting animation towards the chest, that's when it appears. See, there it is.
Yep.
You got to watch it happen.
Yeah, just poof appeared.
What happens is, it won't actually lead you to the treasure if you're waiting for it. You actually need to. Oh, no, God, horse. No, get away. Get away, horse. So the horse will try to eat the apples.
We're about to find out, I guess. Okay, yep, we got him.
1947.
We did it.
Very nice, man.
All doggos have been fed.
All dog.
Oh my god! Next dog presenter, we just name one of the dogs super demonic name. Like, Earth Destroyer 9000. Here we go. Get ready for time. The moment we open this, it's time. And... time. But look, it's just us and Dogson, just chilling together. Isn't that the cutest? Podium finish. Oh my god. Look at that.
Skyward Sword Cinematic Dub. I've always been rather hesitant when it comes to fan redubs of, well, anything. I always find the audio to be distractingly bad, or the performances to be a bit too novice. Or, on the other end, people overacting their lines to the point of detriment. However, to my surprise, I stumbled upon a dub that I very much enjoyed. Skyward Sword is obviously a controversial game, but I think even the most ardent of haters would be willing to admit that the game has a lovely story, perhaps the best in the series. Plotline's cinematic dub enhances that experience. The quality of the recorded lines is as clear as could be wanted, and the actors don't overdo it. As far as fan dubs go, their performances are great. Zelda in particular really stood out to me. Anyone familiar with anime will immediately recognize the character tropes these voices are based on, but that's not an insult. Skyward Sword is very much anime flavored, so the voices feel right at home. A lot of work is done with the audio and presentation as well to try and make everything look and feel cinematic. I really think you should go give Skyward Sword cinematic dub a try.
You know, they say the goddess gave the sailcloth to her chosen hero long ago. Of course, the one you're holding isn't the same one. I've been working hard to finish making this sailcloth in time to give it to today's champion. I'm really glad I got to give it to you, Link. Make sure you take good care of it, okay? Thanks for making it up here to do this with me today like you promised, Link. Now, we really should finish up this ritual. You do know what happens at the end, right? I'm glad you're so well informed on the subject. You have to jump off the statue. Look down. See that big round...
Chica's Curse. Chica's Curse is a Legend of Zelda fan game being developed by a user named Chica Witch. In her words, Chica's Curse is a futuristic Blade Runner style Zelda drenched in delicious neon. The game is still extremely early in development, without a playable demo, but the color palette and art style immediately caught my eye. I'm guessing the aggressively modern cyberpunk take on Legend of Zelda won't appeal to everybody, but seeing a punk redhead Zelda play an electric guitar with the classic C button prompts and Breath of the Wild towers in the background is the kind of mishmash that is hugely up my alley. In addition, Chica Witch is involving Lorule and Hilda in the game, which is great. Lorule doesn't get nearly enough love. It's a hugely ambitious project, and Chica Witch has been very open about the fact that development has and will continue to be slow. But I personally will be looking forward to any further updates, including a possible playable build by the end of the year. Matthew Newsom. This one is short and sweet. As full disclosure, Matthew Newsom is a friend of mine who has graciously allowed me the use of his music in the past. He does reorchestrations of video game music, including multiple pieces of Legend of Zelda music. His rendition of Dragon Roost Island in particular I am very fond of. He has a criminally low amount of subscribers, and I'd love to be responsible for changing that, even if just by a little bit. So please go give him a sub and enjoy his music. They'll make perfect mood-setting pieces for your long sessions of Reclaim the Wild. Here's a little snippet. And that's all 5. Thanks so much for checking this video out. I hope one of these 5 projects appealed to you, and I think that all 5 of them deserve more attention. In the case of dog percentage, I think it needs more participants. I definitely want to make another one of these videos, so if you know of any Zelda projects that you think need a little bit more love, let me know and I'll definitely check them out. As always, thanks for watching, and hey, stay safe out there. It's dangerous to go alone.